Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Nice to see you. This ain't going to be a very long video. Compulsory. Very interesting. Very interesting rhetoric. £5,000 if you go on holiday. If you're going to try and fly, you're going to get a fine. My goodness, what are we becoming? I tell you what, right? If people don't get what's going on now, then they deserve it. They're going to deserve what's coming. Let me tell you, bonnet de douche. How you going, Jill? You all right, son? June Gower. How you going, princess? Yeah. Nursing home staff now, government and ministers are now deciding on whether they're going to have a mandatory, compulsory. It's going to be interesting to see how they roll out. Are they actually going to pin people down? Are they going to come and get all gangster around your house? Come around your house. Do you work for so? We're going to come and pin you down and jab you while the old Bill stand back and laugh, maybe. I don't know. Man, where are we going? What are we doing? Why is this happening? I thought consent was a real thing. I thought, consent meant everything. My goodness, where are we going? Yeah, unbelievable times we live in. Oh, and I've looked at some bits of that Bristol thing that's happened the weekend, and that police transit that was trashed. It didn't even have an MOT on it. Had bald tyres. It's probably the one they do their exercises in roundabout. We've got the footage, people, let me tell you. Maybe the police in their little ways, some of the constables and officers are maybe letting us know that something's up. You know what I mean? Patsy, hey, go on, Pete, sweetheart, you're right. They can't force people. Well, they're going to, apparently now, if you work in a care home, you've got to have it. Oh, I think they're going to come round and hold you down, mate. I think they're going to hold you down. And because they're going to lean on you, oh, you're a bad parent or whatever. I mean, Jesus Christ, where are we going with this? Can't go on holiday. Flights ain't coming back. They're really going for it, aren't they? How you doing, Jenny? Watching you outside the school, waiting to collect the grandkids. God bless you, mate. Nice to see you. It's a sunny day down here, Jen. I don't know what it's like where the weather is. We are. So yeah, this big, because apparently on the 30th of this month, there's going to be a massive. I mean, there could be 200,000 people. I think government are really panicking now. I think they're really panicking because no one believes their narrative anymore. Do you? You should, and listen, ladies and gentlemen, our ancestors always told us to keep our eye on government. They always told us to make sure they didn't get too big and too powerful. And we just don't care, do we? Guilty as charged. We've all done it. We've all done it. It's just that, I don't know, 10, 13 years ago, I decided to wake up because I could see that there was really bad times coming. And look, here we are now today, false vaccinations. You've got to have a jab. You ain't got to have nothing. Who says? Who can force you to do anything against your will? Not too sure anybody can. It's lovely here in Bournemouth. Beautiful part of the world, mate. Beautiful part of the world. Manchester, cloudy as muck. Bless you, Frankie. How you doing, Frank? You all right, mate? Nice to see you, son. Nice to see you. Patsy Ballantyne. How you doing, sweetheart? Is Tony all right? Have you seen Tony lately? God bless you. Love Tony. I do love Tony Piper. He is a proper dude, man. A proper dude. To me, he feels like a brother to me, He really does. I just love him. When you see him, tell him. Say Dave sends his love, man. So where does all this nonsense stop? Because if no one pays attention, right, to this forced compulsory thing, then they're going to roll it out for other areas, If I was in the caring side of things right now, I'd be really, really concerned. I'd be like, they're going to force me to do this stuff. I'd start growing my own food, man. I really would, just try to get off grid. I don't know. So you don't need this government. I don't know. They're really wicked people now. We're coming into a time period where our government is purely evil. That's how I see it. Retired now 3 years ago. I was a nurse in the NHS. I'm Ben Dow. Wow, what's your sweetheart? Bless you. No one is coming near me with a little prick. Now, you're always best to have a big one, Jen. Always best to have a big one. So, yeah, this Bristol thing, right? This is going to be a very short video. I'm quite alarmed in what I'm hearing on the news today. I'm working in my garage doing my solar, and I'm listening to these politicians, and I'm Jeremy Vine, and I'm thinking, man alive. They've really, really upped the ante. I think they're scared. I think they know people are waking up big time. You don't look that I'm hearing rumours that last Saturday there was 180,000 people in London, all with the same mindset as me. We've had enough. Has it all been worth it? Has it all been worth all of this stuff? Whereabouts in Kent are you, Sam? Yeah, I'm in Kent. You know, this is where I abode. Just got back from walking the dog, walking the dogs. What a tune! And the chat room 3 to 30 behind. Bless your heart, mate. No, you're all right. It's all good, Sam. It's all good. What part of Kent you at, Sam? We'll have to have a meet up, Sam. Have to have a meet up. Beautiful. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. So, you know, if there's 180,000 people in London last weekend, peaceful, and then you get this thing in Bristol on Sunday, it was 100% agent provocateurs, right? Now, look, if the police do something really good, I'd be defending them. I'd be in here going, have you seen what the police have done? They've done this great stuff, man. They're protecting us. They're looking after us. They're making sure that not... Mate, I don't lambast them without reason. They're public servants. These people chose to work in public office to work for us, right? They're not doing that now, are they? Clearly coercing themselves over with the political. And the police were never supposed to be political. The police were never supposed to be political. They weren't never supposed to come round to your door and say, oh, we got to check the way you're thinking. Well, what, you become some sort of paramilitary Gestapo force? You was only ever supposed to deal with crime, you know, rape, pillage, this, that, the other. When did you become a political arm of a baton? Do you know what I mean? When did the guns become political? That's what's happened in this country. Very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. But this Bristol thing, that old police wagon, it had touch written on the side of it. You know, I've got a great book, by the way. I've got a great book. John Wedger, ex-detective Inspector John Wedger that worked on Vice, has just sent me a great book through. And if anyone knows John, if you can get a telephone number for John, if you could let me have it, because I want to give John a ring and thank him. And I'm going to be using this book, and I'm going to be reading stuff to you, if you're prepared to pay attention, of how this all works, you know, what the name is, what the system is. It's a really in-depth book. It's fantastic, and it's all about the occult. Now, people, let me tell you what the occult is. The occult is not all about Dracula and evil and wicked things. What it is, the occult is hidden knowledge. It's hidden, all right? An occult is something that's hidden that not too many people know about. We know about it all. We do. And we're doing some great things. We've got some great things happening with people, with courtroom scenarios. We've got great people exercising their trusts now. They're now separating the fiction from the real. You know, this is God's kingdom. This is his real world. But the legal system is a satanical overlay. And you're going to see it all. You're going to see it. But we've got to get back to the real world. We've got to get back to God's creation. We've got to get back to what is fair, right, proper, and moral. And we're going to get there. No one's stopping us. There's going to be over 200,000 people there this weekend. And I actually think that within the next 2 or 3 months, you're going to actually see people of this country take back control of their country. Because please tell me, someone now, what futures have your children got? What futures have my grandkids got? I'm devastated that I've brought them into this world. Scares the bejesus out of me. They all face their own trials every day, you know. And we've give up all of our families and to these people that are apparently public servants. Well, they're serving all right now. They're serving it up on a plate to you like you've got no tomorrow. And the police are their Rottweiler. Don't play the game of the political sway. They send their Rottweilers round, chewing on your ankle. It's got to stop. Occult more likes. I'm not going to say that word. Look what they've done to Graham in London. I was fuming. That's pure harassment. I don't know what they've done to Graham. I haven't spoke to Graham for a bit. Well, I had a text off Graham about 2 weeks ago. Bless his heart. Bristol is a big setup. Yes, Frank, it is. That old transit ain't. It's man alive. Its tyres are balder than mine. Actually, my tyres aren't bald. I'm probably going to get Kent police round in here haranguing me. It's scary, but they know they don't stay silent. Look, we're living in a time period where they clearly own us. We're owned. Wake up, people. We're owned. We took the shits and giggles. We took their benefits. We took their SIN numbers. We took their tax identification numbers. They own us. It's time to come out of that, man. Really, really is time to come out of that system and come back into the real world where we're all equal. They're really going for it. They're really, really going for it right now. And the more they try and take, the more they try and do things against our will, the sooner we rise. And I've always said that if things have got to, I always said things have got to get pretty busy and pretty nasty for people to be really have no choice but to pay attention. And I think we're at them times now. You can't go on holiday if it's not essential. What's essential? Someone please tell me the definition of essential. I tell you what is essential to me. Fresh air, clean water, good food, good oxygen. That's essential to me to keep my body ticking over. All right. And any of them elements disappear, you're going to die. For me, freedom is essential. To have the right to say yes or no to a jab is essential. The right to say to a copper, look, I've not hurt anyone. Leave me the fuck alone is essential. My new phrasing now, my new favourite phrase, leave me the fuck alone. It really is. It just rolls off the tongue. It rolls off the tongue so easy. You know, I think I get this from my father. My father's quite stalwart. He don't like no nonsense. I think I definitely get it from my mum. My mum is, you know, big into history, all the Tudors and the royals. She loves all our English heritage and what we stood for and how we used to be. My new favourite saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry if there's kids in the room, but my new favourite saying of 2021 is leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone. I don't want all their paperwork coming through the through the post trying to coerce me into taking stuff. If I need their services, guess what? I'll go and sit down in A&E of my own free will and say bosh. And then you've got all the other people saying, oh, if you don't, you're wasting people's time. Listen, my ancestors never set this system up as a bargaining tool. They set these things up to benefit us and for us to use as and when we see fit, not to have to go with a fucking begging, please sir, will you fix me? The amount of operations that's been cancelled, the amount of people that have died, has this all been worth it? Has it been worth it? All this loss of liberty for us all being bashed over the head, £10,000 fines, which are completely unlawful and most peculiar. But if you haven't worked out that it's all about the money right now, what's going on? All knowledge can be used for good or bad, Dave. That's very true. That the blessings of free will and these negative people are allowing our souls to grow and progress. Mate, hallelujah. God bless you, Sam. It'd be good to have a meet up with you, bruv. I don't know where you are, and I presume you're a man. I do believe you are. It could be a lady. Many out there called Sam. Samantha, short for Samantha. So yeah, my new saying, ladies and gentlemen, leave me alone. If I want to go to a fuel station, fill up with diesel, I will do. If I want to listen to what Boris Johnson is saying, I will do. That's my free will choice. If I want to go to the doctors and have him put his finger up my bottom, that's my free will choice. If I don't, I won't. I've got an inguinal hernia. And I went to the doctors about 6 years ago and he went, that's exactly what you've got. And they sent me a letter for surgery and I declined it because I thought, do you know what? It's my choice whether I live on and soldier on, getting into my old age with this, or do I go and be tampered around with and cut open? And I didn't want it and I declined it because that's my free will choice, because my ancestors set this system up for our benefit, but not to harm us, not to be coerced into using it. If we want it, we go. If you want to go and get an ice cream, you go into the shop, you buy an ice cream, you eat the freaking ice cream. You give the old shopkeeper 80 pence or a quid and you come out and you walk down the road and you feel like you're on fire. You feel joyous, but that's your free will choice. And that's what anything to do in the public arena should always be about. Whether you want to go and buy a pint of beer and sit outside, that's your free will choice. Everything in that public sector was designed for us, for our benefit. It should never, ever be a burden to us. And you get all these people saying, oh, yeah, well, if you don't think you can't use the NHS. Nah. Bollocks. Bollocks. That's you with a mental health condition, all right? Because it's free at the point of delivery. I don't care what lever you want to use to say you ain't having this, you can't use that. Go away. It was set up for our benefit, ladies and gentlemen, whether you use it or not. The hospitals are out there. Yeah, I could go down there now and say, oh, my ingrown toe, I need it sorted out. I choose not to. I choose to live with things rather than, you know, go down there, especially at the minute. Every time one of my relatives go into hospital, they come out with MRSA or some sort of big problem. You know, it seems to be aloof, these places, but they're also uber clean. Oh, we're cleaning like this, going out of fashion, but we've still got MRSA and we've still got all this other bullshit. We're too sterile nowadays. It's nice to have a little roll around in the dirt and let a little bug and, you know, don't wipe your hands when you make a sandwich and that now and again. I've been doing it for years. Who cares? Super boosted my immune system, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty good when it comes to immunity. We can't leave the country, but all and sundry come here. Yeah, right. They're trying to bait everyone up. This Bristol thing at the weekend on Sunday with the old Bill playing their games with them sending their agent provocateurs in. They seem to think we're as thick as pig shit and that we don't see what they're playing at. And what they fail to realise is they are whipping up a fucking hornet's nest that they're not going to like. Because when 200, 300,000 people descend on that place of their business in London and say, right, you're fucking out, guess what? They'll be out. And I would rather that happen. I would rather face a very uncertain future than the future that they've got planned for us. I tell you, I really would. I would rather it all be reset tomorrow, back to the rule of law. No more political sway, no more all about money, no more all about finance. Then I'd rather face that future than the future that they've got planned for us. I really would. And I hope that you can see it. I've got a lot of friends that are really waking up now. Really waking up. I've got loads of friends that are really going, Dave, what do you reckon? I'm like, well, it's up to you. Make your own minds up. You've got your own minds. And we've all got the same mindless mind. None of us really know what's right and proper. No one really knows what's fair and unjust. We've all got different values. My moral values might be different from yours. But we do need to get back to that moral code, that fabric, that why have we got all these people harming us now, wanting to take all our liberties and to start forcing us to do things? Do you know how dangerous that is? This is England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't Nazi Germany. This isn't Soviet Russia. This isn't communist China. Jesus. Hospitals are not nice places anymore. They remind me of bunkers in World War I. They are. They're really, you know, we had a woman the other month, you know, well, we're not letting you home with your kid. Hang on, I've come here for a fucking benefit, not walked into prisoner cell block fucking H. What do you mean I can't go home with my kid? You're having a laugh, aren't you? You work for me, I don't work for you. When did we work for them? You listen, you want to work in public sector, that's fine. You get your fucking pennies from the tax coffers, that's fine. But you don't own us. No one in the NHS owns us. No doctor owns us. No one in the police force owns us. We own them because we and our ancestors formed that system for our benefit. We've got to really sort this out, man. We've really got to sort this out. They're all self-serving, and they've gone from self-serving now to dominating. They want to dominate the crap out of you, and they do it through covetous means. They do it through the banking system, ladies and gentlemen. The banking system isn't what you think it is. Far from it. Anyway, I thought I'd pop in. I'm just about to go and have a bit of lunch. Look after your liberties. Look after your freedoms. Remember you was born free. Remember the only thing that government owns is a piece of paper, a birth certificate that you play surety for. Bosh. Change it around. You're not that birth certificate, are you? You're the living, breathing, God-given divine essence. Yes, the soul and the spirit. You don't realise how powerful you are. We'd love to meet and chat, Dave. I'm in North Kent, Gravesend. Bless your heart. Don't really use Facebook, but I'll look you up and let's take it to court. Yes, mate. Yeah, let fate take its course. God bless you, Sam. Thanks for tuning in, bruv. Speak to your friends and families, get the message out there, because they're really up in the ante. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they fail. They are going to fail, and they're going to fail miserably, because the people of this country, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, ain't as stupid as they think we are. I'll see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Have a blessed day.